Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin can now be forming a significant rising wedge pattern that unfortunately does have a higher probability of breaking towards downside. Now, first, remember the level we talked about yesterday, because Bitcoin has gotten literally a perfect bounce exactly at 86,000 US dollar area. Our anchored VWAP, our 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, aligning very nicely with a significant diagonal area of support. All of those levels aligned exactly at 86,000 US dollars. And from this specific level, Bitcoin has gotten a very nice push towards the upside of, let's just say, 2%. Now, also maybe you're wondering, why are we seeing another push toward the downside for the past couple of hours? Simply because we have hit a significant area of resistance, and most probably you know what is the most important Fibonacci ratio you should always pay attention to. We go from our swing high back towards the swing low, and it really does look like we hit the golden Fibonacci ratio almost to the exact dollar accuracy, and exactly from here we are now seeing quite a steep rejection, literally straight towards downside. But the reality is, because right now Bitcoin is taking out this specific low, ideally I still would prefer for us to see another rotation towards the upside, for us to actually go above the recent high at approximately 88,800 US dollars. Why so? Because only in that case our rising wedge pattern is going to be valid. Why? Because every single time you are paying attention to the rising wedge pattern, you want to see a 5-wave price structure towards the upside. That being said, we can right now see first impulsive elite wave, correction, another impulse, another correction that is as of right now hopefully being finished at the area where we are trading as of right now. And if the next couple of hours Bitcoin is able to see a bounce at the area where we are trading as of right now, simply I would like to see another push toward the upside for Bitcoin to finish the entire 5-wave price structure of the entire rising wedge pattern, and only then a collapse and literally a dump straight towards downside. Why I would like to see also another push toward the upside? Also because of the liquidations, but we are going to talk about this exact chart slightly later. Maybe right now you're wondering, how can you right now approach the chart to fire another long, maybe even another short or a sell position? And of course the reality is, because as of right now we are still trading at the bottom of our rising wedge pattern, I would still say, of course, we are not looking for any short or sell positions right here, only a potential buy or a long position with a very simple invalidation level below the area of support, targeting simply another higher high. Now, why is the area where we are trading as of right now such an important level? Simply because once we are zooming out on the 4-hourly time frame and measuring the entire bounce towards the upside that has been happening for the past couple of days right here, you're clearly going to see we are trading exactly at the value area high. And remember what we also said the other day. Below the value area high right here, we are bearish, expecting lower. Above the value area high, this level right here is still the area of support until proven otherwise, and we can still be expecting higher targets, also because once you're combining everything, the rising wedge pattern and also the liquidation levels right here, and additionally, guess what? People that are as of now paying attention to the rising wedge pattern, maybe they're already going to flip slightly more bearish, because technically speaking on the 30-minute time frame we are breaking the rising wedge pattern already towards downside. But my plan right now is very simple. Again, above the value area high, we are still bullish. If we do see right now acceptance below the level, bearish, expect lower price targets, lower support areas to be hit in the next couple of hours. And yes, I'm going to show you exactly what is going to be our area of support in a moment. Now, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 700 likes are definitely possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you another very interesting channel Bitcoin is right now moving in. And no, it is not going to be a bearish channel, it is actually going to be a bullish channel. That being said, connecting our lower highs with a diagonal area of resistance, expanding this this one towards downside, and it really does look like that yesterday Bitcoin hit the bottom of the channel literally to the exact dollar accuracy. So when you think like that, a descending channel does have a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. In terms of our rising wedge pattern, we still have a higher probability of another push towards the upside for us to finish our fifth elite wave. We know that as of right now, people are already bearish because Bitcoin is apparently breaking the rising wedge towards downside, but nevertheless, we are above the value area high and major liquidation cluster is right now being seen exactly at 88,000, or let's just say 89,000 US dollar area. And that is simply why at the moment I would still like to see another rotation towards the upside with a very clear invalidation level below the recent lows right here, because if we are once again going to see a push down below the value area high, only then I would be bearish. But until the value area high is being broken right here, I remain bullish, expecting another rotation literally straight towards the upside. And that is why at the moment I also want to share with you a major liquidation cluster that is right now aligning exactly with our recent highs, exactly at 88,900 US dollars, where millions of short positions are going to get wrecked, are going to get liquidated. And the reality is, we are right now paying attention on the 1 week time frame. If we are right now, for example, going on the 2 week time frame, you're clearly going to see that also the only major liquidation cluster on Bitcoin is landing not below the recent lows, but actually above the recent highs. That is why I am telling to you, liquidations are saying to us, expect higher. Rising wedge pattern is not finished. We are not trading below the value area high, and also if you look like that, we are just taking the liquidity below the recent low that was formed yesterday at 85,800 US dollars. Again, I am not saying we cannot right now dump towards downside. I am simply trading from level to level. I am simply trading the probabilities, and unless we lose the value area high right here, I am still bullish, expecting another rotation literally straight towards the upside. Now, what should you pay attention to if Bitcoin is actually going to see another push towards the upside in the next couple of hours? Because it is going to be a very simple scenario you need to be aware of. We know the descending channel does have a higher probability of breaking towards the up. So once we start reclaiming our diagonal area of resistance and start going above the recent highs right here, you're going to know that Bitcoin is going to start forming another higher high. Why is this important? Because you then need to pay attention to the RSI indicator before you actually fire another short or sell position. And before we do talk about that, if you want a free 500 US dollar position, take advantage of it with the first link down below. Click the link right here, register on Bybit, and after initial deposit, you're going to get 500 USDT position airdrop. Now, additionally, simply go in the rewards hub right here and claim another 20 USDT only on a sign up, 10 USDT only on a deposit right here, and once you're going to enter a 10 US dollar trade, you're going to get additional 20 USDT. So take advantage of the free 500 US dollar position airdrop with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Now, let's also talk about another very important thing, which is going to be, of course, the RSI indicator. People at the moment, because we are pushing towards downside, because we are apparently breaking the rising wedge pattern towards downside, are already flipping bearish. But of course, as I said before to you, I am still bullish, expecting another push towards the upside, something I also tweeted about only a couple of hours ago, where I said expecting higher on the entire crypto market, then get ready for a potential nuke. That is why I am telling to you, it is very important for you to follow me on Twitter, and of course also subscribe to the channel, because I am trying to update you literally almost real time. And that is why, if we do see right now another push toward the upside in the next couple of hours on Bitcoin, you need to be aware of the RSI indicator. Why so? Because if we are going to start forming another higher high on Bitcoin and potentially a lower high on the RSI indicator, this right here is then going to be a bearish divergence. Bearish divergence on the RSI, and maybe even if it's going to be formed on the money flow and the MACD indicator, is going to be a significant bearish Bitcoin indication. And only in that case, everything once again is going to come together. Bearish divergence on the higher high, liquidations are going to be hit exactly after our higher high is going to be taken out, and additionally, Bitcoin is then going to finish our entire 5-wave price structure of the entire rising wedge pattern. So if you look like that, I still do think we have a very simple plan right here, simple to follow, and once again, I am not flipping bearish unless we are once again going to start breaking the value area high exactly at 86,000 US dollar area. If we break the level, expect lower, but until the level is broken, I am staying bullish. I want to see another impulsive push toward the upside of this entire rising wedge pattern. But of course, we are right now talking about that we are right now still being bullish on Bitcoin, that we want to see higher. What if our plan is going to be invalidated? And what if Bitcoin is going to prove us that no, we are not looking bullish right here, we are actually expecting another push down? In that case, you need to be aware of the first important area of support. Now, some people are going to say that the first area of support is simply going to be the 4-hourly order block that is as of right now landing almost exactly at 85,000 US dollars right here. However, I would say this level right there, yes, it can be the first area of support. However, a better level is going to be the point of control or the biggest volume cluster at 84,000 US dollars. Why? Because you have the biggest volume cluster right here. You also then have the daily high term time frame area of support aligning very, very nicely with the golden Fibonacci ratio once you're measuring the entire move up. So once again, the plan is staying very simple. Be bullish until we are going to see another higher high on Bitcoin, or until we are going to start breaking the value area high at 86,000 US dollars. If the level gets broken towards downside, this right here is some kind of the first target, but a better area of support I'm as of right now still paying attention to is going to be 84,000 US dollars, because it's a much bigger, much better area of support on the Bitcoin chart itself. Not only we can as of right now still be looking to fire another long position on Bitcoin right here, but of course also you can be looking to go with a long position on Ethereum, also maybe a long position on XRP, whatever altcoin you're looking to trade. But once again, make sure you're having proper risk management on all of the coins you're trading, because once again, we know our invalidation level, we know our target, we know also exactly where majority of people are going to be liquidated, because once again, if we do see right now a push towards the upside, a major level we should be targeting is going to be exactly above the recent high right here. And also once again, we know exactly that after we take out our recent high right here, pay attention to the RSI indicator, which potentially could be indicating that literally a significant move towards downside on Bitcoin is going to happen in the next couple of days. That is why we are not gambling, and you can still secure a free 500 US dollar position with the first link down below after you register and after you're going to deposit on the platform. But also, thank you for smashing up the like button.